Hi guys, I need a different introduction, and because I feel like that's very James Turner. Hey guys, Cinderella here. So I need to be like, hello to your lovely faces or something. I don't know, I'm going to keep working on it. But we're back with Twin Mirror and how things weren't. We found out that, as we suspected from the very beginning, our good friend Nick was murdered. There was a murder. He wasn't drink driving. He wouldn't have not worn his seatbelt, just like we thought. He basically, somebody set his car on fire, drugged him, stuck him in the car, didn't put his seatbelt on, rolled him down a hill, and yeah, bye Nick. So we've confirmed this with our big brain facts, and we're going to see what happens next. So let's have a look. Also, we may be accused of a murder, so we've got to figure that one out too. Let's keep going. Pressed that button way too many times because I'm quite excited to play this game again. I've been really tired, so I've had a bit of a break from just generally doing a lot of things. I just wanted to sleep. I think it's because it's gone so cold. But here we are at Anna's property. I don't wonder, is this Anna and Nick's property, I assume? Gonna turn it up a little bit. Sorry for the quick pause. Sorry guys, I can't hear it. Let's roll that up a bit. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. I always have audio issues. It's even one of my videos without the audio issues.
Please, it'll just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna,
maybe give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here.
Well, that answers my question.
Things are different. She's different. You're different.
Very, very practical advice, actually. Very logical advice. She asked, she said quite clearly, I'm going to go and speak to Joe, which is her dad. We all love Joe on this channel. Love Joe fan club. And that kind of answered my question about, was she living there with Nick? Did Sam used to live there? So we've got that backstory now. She seems exactly the same. What miserable AF. She's very mopey. I hope I'm different enough. I can handle it. I hope I'm different enough. I don't know what to go for. Well, do you know what? We've got this. Just do it. We can handle this, but I do think we should give her a moment.
I think I can handle this. Hopefully.
Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
That was a bit harsh. Says who? We are Sam. Sam I am. We like green eggs and ham. We can go home if we want to. Oh, it's pretty. I like how it came into view.
I was shoving way too many boxes into a trunk that couldn't fit them all. Didn't think I'd see it again. Not looking forward to stepping back inside.
You know I have to build that house on The Sims now. Okay, remember how it looks, guys, because that is so... I'm into it. We're building it in The Sims. It's official. Watch me say that and then absolutely forget about it.
It's fine, Dad. I can handle this.
Car.
Someone broke into my daughter's house and you want me to just sit by and wait?
Yes, that is exactly what I want you to do. Don't you have an appointment?
I always have an appointment. I'm at the doctor's more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
I really like Joe. Crazy day we're having, huh? I don't like the use of the word crazy. Doctors are important. Joe could help. No, we're going to slightly side with Anna, I think. We want to keep on Anna's good side. She's helping us out, right? Joe could help, but I'm going to side with Anna slightly because we do want Joe to look after his health.
I'm gonna have to side with Anna on this one. Can't miss appointments.
Just because I'm an old man in a wheelchair, you two think you can push me around.
Dad, I love
Bad
you.
joke, but I laughed.
And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just belly aching. It's your house, your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
He's so nice.
So
He
before I
reminds
head
me
off,
of
Sam,
my stepdad a little bit.
Tell me if something was going on, right? Anna's brave and she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right. You tell me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger. I can't watch over her anymore, so I need you to keep her safe.
Oh, Joe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Joe, I don't know. Should
She's
I?
all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her.
With
I
my
need
life,
your
Joe.
word.
With my life.
Wow.
I will jump in front of a
Heavy.
bullet for her to keep you
Joe's
happy.
really laying on the paternal guilt. I can't promise something like that. I don't know what might happen. He just wants to feel like someone is looking out for her. I can't blame him. And what if I can't keep that promise? Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father.
It's all in the phrasing, guys. You don't say, I promise I'll keep her safe, because you can't promise that, right? You don't know what's going to happen, like you said. You say, I promise I will do everything I can to keep her safe, right? I will do my utmost to keep her safe, because we both love Anna, Joe. We both love Anna. Okay, so I'm going to go with promise, even though I don't think that kind of I don't think he's looking for the whole Cordelia speaking to King Lear honesty moment right now. I don't think he wants the whole, I want to keep her safe, but, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe something, that's not what he's looking for. We're going to promise. A to choose, enter to confirm. There we go.
I still can't hide anything from you.
Sam, don't.
I won't lie, Joe. There is something going on. It could be dangerous, but I'll make sure Anna doesn't get mixed up in it.
I mean, she already
All
kind of
right.
is.
I'm trusting you on this.
He was very chill about that.
I'm not some kid. I decide what I get mixed up in.
You can't blame me for looking after you.
I just didn't want you to worry. You're both so patronizing.
I understand her
I'm
perspective.
heading inside. See how bad it is.
It's a little bit misogynistic, isn't it? Like, the men defend the women. Ugh! But it's not like that. It's because they both love her and they care about her. And they want to protect her and keep her safe. And yes, that is typically a guy thing, right? It's typically a masculine stereotype.
I need to get in
But it's
there
also what you do
eventually.
when you love people.
But maybe I should look around the property first.
Okay, I wanted to look at... Oh, Joe's van's gone. I really wanted to look at that, and I stumbled into a cutscene. So, Jones Red Baron. Been staying there for a long time.
It's Bugs. She probably brought it over one time when she came with Nick.
Oh, take it back to her. Can we put it in our pocket? Take it to her? Let's go see Bug. So easily distracted. I'd be the worst detective ever. I love detective stuff, but I've got such a bad memory. And no attention span. Gazebo, favourite spot in the
It
garden.
was great to come back from work, sit down, and read until the sun went down.
I do have good intuition, though, I feel. Blankets. Useful for stargazing in the winter. They look a little bit damp, I'm not going to lie.
Anna and I spent our nights out here, trying to find all the constellations.
Oh, I want to see that. Cutscene, please. Can I have a flashback? I'm here for that moment. Okay, anything else out here? Oh, it's such a nice... I would be... Oh, look at that. They've got like a little waterfall-y thing and everything. It's so pretty. I love being out in the woods. If you follow my Twitter channel, my Twitter handle, Cinderella Mouse, I've posted some pictures today of me going out for a walk in the woods, squelching through the mud, being very, very happy like bloody Peppa Pig. Right, here we go, garden. I like being around nature. I like being around trees, and it's just pretty. And I think that's why I like these games so much as well. It definitely appeals to something in me. Garden planted within the last year, doing well. Nick and his green thumb. Oh, Nick planted them. Oh, tend the plants. What's this? Paint bucket. Anna's put a lot of elbow grease into the house. You really need to put the lid on, else it's going to go in. That's probably just like a solid lump of squidgy paint by now. But yeah. Oh. Anything else around here? Garage shed looks intact. Right, okay. Oh, yeah, because someone broke in. I remember now. Well, they were clearly after Nick's laptop. I remember that as well. Nick's laptop wasn't at the office, so we were like, did he take it home with him? Did someone steal it? So it looks like he probably took it home, and then people broke in looking for Nick's laptop. Wheelchair ramp built after Joe's accident. If you missed that episode, or you're like me and you forget everything, Joe had an accident when he used to work at the mine because the mine wasn't following proper protocol and regulations. Forest trail, leads to Nick's shack. Oh, let's go to Nick's shack. That sounds fun.
I used to follow it down to the shack every other week for Fishing Sunday.
Where are they again? West Virginia. West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home, country roads, to a place I belong, West Virginia. I bet you've all like pulled out your headphones, pulled out your earplugs, pulled off your headphones. Like, oh no, she's singing again. Time to turn off the video. Take me home, country roads. I think I want to move to West Virginia if it's this pretty. Not sure about the whole murder thing, but... Open the door and repair the glass. There we go. Maybe we should look at it for clues.
Shattered glass. This is how whoever it was broke into the house.
You think? Big brain, Sam. Let's go. Take me home, country roads, to a place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home, country roads. I mean, if you're going to rob the place, you don't have to make a mess, you know? That just turns you into, rather than somebody who perhaps has some kind of addiction that they have a lack of judgment about their actions, it just turns you into a dick if you also wreck the place. You know, levels of thievery here.
Anna is not well. This time, at least, try to be there for her.
Come on, dumbass, give her a hug. Okay, we've got rocking chairs now in The Sims 4. I can do this. I can make this house. We've got window seats in The Sims 4. It's happening.
Anna, are you okay? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no.
See, I thought the twin was going to be
She needs
evil,
you,
but he's
buddy.
actually quite nice.
Needs me? I don't even think she knows I'm here. What am I supposed to do? Something. Anything. It's the thought. The effort.
He's so
Get her a
emotionally
drink.
stunted, isn't
Just
he?
show her you're here. I'm not sure how a drink will make her feel better about murders and break-ins. But I guess I've heard worse ideas.
Maybe help tidy up, have a look around, you know, like...
She kept the drinks in the kitchen, in one of the pantries.
I've got lots of ideas, Sam, for things that you could do. Can we talk to her? No, we're just going to stare at her.
I've never even had my car broken into. It's hard to imagine how she feels.
When I was living at the pub, we did have a break-in. And I kind of won't go into it now. Maybe I'll tell the story another day. But it was just into the public area of the pub. But I can understand how people creeping around in your private space, you know, the place that should feel like your sanctuary, the place that feels like it's your home. The idea of, like, not knowing who it was as well, like a complete unknown person being in there, rifling through things, looking at your stuff, not feeling safe anymore. Ew, look at that creepy painting. Got distracted. Not a fan of that. That is disturbing. That would not be in my sanctuary. That would not be my safe space. That would. The little cabin. What's this, little foxy? I just want to look at her stuff. I'm worse than the burglar. Is that like a little raccoon? Or... yeah, it's a little raccoon, isn't it? That's very cute. I like that. Okay, Okay, pick the chair up. That's a nice chair. Just looking at all the things. Documents. Inspect. Article. A New Perspective. February 18th, 2016. Each year, Greenmount Primary School showcases new talent in an art contest. Amid a jungle of creativity, one particular piece caught my eye, a cryptid figure that refused to reveal its true nature to me. Unable to pierce the paper, young Timothy Brown had to step it. It's interactive, he said, pointing at a bump. You have to fold it out. One layer after another, the truth revealed itself. The cryptid slowly gave way to a map of basswood. If you think you've seen it all, take a moment to look at what the new generation has to say. You might be surprised. I was, by Anna Miller. That is a sweet little article. That little kid must have felt so happy to have that written about him. He must have been beaming. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's the letter from him, look. Oh. Dear Miss Miller, my dad says writing thank you letters is what you do when someone is very nice. So I hope you like mine. So even though I love kids, I love the way kids process and they express themselves. So it's like I'm writing a thank you letter because my dad is making me and telling me to. But I also can see that you've been very, very nice to me. I would like to thank you very, very much for how you wrote about me. I don't know why you thought my drawing was worth talking about over the others, but it was very, very nice of you to talk about it. And the language as well, like not having the language skills to think of a kind of a bigger word than very, so they just say very, very. You know, they don't have the vocabulary to be like, that was extremely nice of you. Just very, 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 very nice. My dad put your article on the fridge and circled my name. I am kind of scared some people might have gone and seen it and been disappointed, but maybe not. If I ever win another art contest, I will tell you. Oh, sincerely, Timothy Brown. Timothy Brown, you just stole my heart, you little sweetie. Right, okay. Let's keep going. God, love kids. Medical bills too high for Joe to cover on his own. Oh no, America! Why? America, Obamacare.
I'm not sure it's enough.
Oh, it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that people don't. You know, that people can't get the medical treatment. Like, again, so thankful to have the NHS. I think it's a really good system. It's not perfect, but the idea that just, you know, it just goes out your wage. When you earn a certain amount of money, national insurance just goes out your wage, and it happens to everybody. It's totally fair. And then whenever anyone needs medical treatment, the NHS is there to provide for it. And yes, it's not perfect. It's underfunded. Nurses are overworked, but it's there, right? The option is there. You don't have to go bankrupt or lose your house, or you have to mortgage your house, or not pay. Have the choice of like, okay, I want to send my child to college, to university, but I can't afford to do that and pay for my wife's medical bills. Like, can you imagine having to make that choice? I mean, some of you probably have had to make choices like that if you're watching from other countries, but to me, it's always like something. To me, it's extremely appalling to not treat people who need. It just goes against everything. Like the Hippocratic Oath, right? Is like, if people need fucking help, I'm gonna, excuse me for swearing. If people need help, I'm gonna help them. Isn't that the Hippocratic Oath? And then it's like, oh, but you can't pay. Sorry. So I don't know. It just is gross to me. I think I watched an episode of ER that like really traumatized me once, where somebody didn't have insurance. So. I don't know. Oh, Mind Palace, nice. What is it then first?
Anna would pace around the house for hours, then sit down and write her articles in one go.
Okay, Mind Palace. I'm still thinking about the NHS and Obamacare. I'm still like, come on, America. Like, just.
Sam, what are you doing?
Remember.
Sam, what are you doing? I called for dinner like a dozen times. It's gonna get cold. I am not your mom, you know.
Oh, look at her top. It's got like a little deer on it.
Working on an article is no reason to ignore basic politeness, Sam.
He's just really focused.
Fine. You can eat your dinner cold for all I care. I'm done waiting for you.
So I am thinking still that he has some kind of like ADHD or something along those lines where it's like he gets extremely focused on certain things and finds it hard to switch focus to other things. So, you know, hard to maintain focus on certain things, but extremely focused on others. It must be very, very difficult. Like, I understand, like, for Anna, it's very difficult to be with somebody like that, but also, to me, it's like the way Sam is, it's his personality, it's his character, it's who he is as a person. So, it must be difficult being in a relationship. Well, all relationships are hard, right? But I also think you have to be really understanding that, you know, maybe they just don't match. Maybe there's like an emotional need there for Anna where, you know, Sam isn't the right person to fulfill that emotional need if she's particularly, you know, needs a lot of attention or needs a lot of, I don't know, where Sam perhaps would be better off with somebody who's very, very independent and who doesn't perhaps have those emotional needs. You know, maybe that like he needs somebody who can be like, right, Sam's in his own little world, I'll go off and do my own thing for a bit. I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? Anna's posted, she always needed to make her space her own.
Cheesy action movies, dark thrillers, and human rights. The melting pot of Anna.
Talking of dark thrillers and kind of vintage films, I started watching Rear Window last night. I only got like into the first sort of 10-20 minutes, something like that. So nothing had really happened, but definitely curious to kind of watch the rest of that movie. Books, mostly sociology, history and writing manuals. Same as before. Okay, similar to me, not sociology, but my degree's humanities with specialisms in literature and classics, because so it has that history sociology element to it, if you understand what I mean. It's about people and history and the things people did throughout history and why they did them and the effect it had on people is very interesting to me. What people wrote about it, you know, how people expressed the things that happened. Broken photo frame, grab. Aww. I mean, it must be reassuring because Sam and Nick were friends, right? So Sam knows that Nick was a good person. So to not be with somebody who you had a lot of emotion for, you know, he clearly loved Anna, still has affection for her. You know, it must be reassuring to be like, I mean, hurtful as well because it's like he's not with her, but also nice because he's like, it's two people he loves and respects who are together. It's like, at least there was somebody who I know will look after them. Got a few crow pictures, hasn't she? Oh, that's not a crow. What is that? Like a parrot or a toucan or something? I like these pictures. What else is there in here? Picture. Taken after Joe's accident, he wanted it put back. What? What do you mean he wanted it put back? Oh, they like the firefighters. Like who helped him after the accident, maybe? Or is that like the other miners? I'm not quite sure. It doesn't let me click on it to get more information. So that is the blinds. Right, what do we want to do with the blinds then? I'm a bit close. Fix the blinds. I mean, you didn't fix them, you just opened them. Okay, oh, we might be able to see a bit more now then. Right, nothing down there. Nothing around here. No, is there anything in the pot? Any evidence? Any clues? No. Any footprints? No, not Sherlock Holmes in this then. Right, remember what... We've looked at the glass, right. Remember what all this looked like, because I really want to make it on The Sims. They have been drinking the wine, apparently. Oh, it's really pretty, isn't it? Like the little fairy lights up there and everything. I like the little lavender. I just like the way it looks. It looks nice. Closet. Search seemed thorough. So maybe they weren't looking for a laptop then. Or maybe they were looking for a laptop and something else, right? Fridge. Yeah, inspect the fridge. Definitely. Oh. I want to look inside it and eat something. I'm just thinking now, actually, I've got some spring rolls and I really want to put them in the oven. I'm sorry about yesterday. You're right. I have been distant. Things have been partly pretty messy at work lately. Oh, it's Nick. You don't need to forgive me, but if you'd like to invite me to a... I'm going to have to read it, aren't I? You don't have to forgive me, but if you'd like to invite me to a concert, I'll just leave these two here. P.S. There might be some pepperoni rolls in the fridge. Funny, I was talking about spring rolls and he's got pepperoni rolls. Right, have a look at the tickets. So he's bought her tickets and he's like, you want to go? But it's like, these tickets are for you and if you want to invite me. That is very, very sweet, actually. A sweet way of putting it. The Charleston Concert Hall presents the placeholders. Okay, that is very, very sweet. Okay. Do we talk to him now? Him? Or do we go and look in that room first? I'm scared of cutscenes. I wish there was some way of knowing if you were going to get a cutscene or not. I feel like because he's in this room, we're probably meant to talk to him now.
Making a drink for Anna would be a good way to show her you're here for her.
You've kind of already told me that. Stop looking at me like that. Stop it. There we go. Okay, he's back in my head now. Right, let's go this way. God, it's such a cute... I like the cabinets. Sims team. Sims team. Can I have a kitchen like this, please? Not a bit less messy. Like the oven's set in there. Oh, look at that. I like it. Okay, pantry. Open. Is this where you keep the booze?
She normally keeps some drinks in the pantry.
It is where she keeps the booze.
It's been a while, Sam.
Oh, look at your stuff,
Things have
Sam.
changed around here. You feel like looking at old keepsakes?
Yeah. Let's do it.
No.
Oh, Sam! Spoil sport. Bet you'd look if you'd had some Samuel Booker. Right, I don't know how to make her a drink then. He keeps telling me to make her a drink, but I don't know how. Can I go upstairs? No, he's forgotten how steps work. How do I step? How to step? Or a guitar's on the floor. At least it's not broken. Mess. Fix. Oh, is he going to tidy up for her? I said he should tidy up for her. Because it's
This feels
depressing
like
for
the
her to do
only
it.
part
It's
of my
like hard
house
to
I
get started, I
recognize.
guess. It's like, where do I start? But if he does it
Whatever
for her,
punk
that's
broke in
sweet.
here wrecked it.
Sorry to talk over him. I try not to do that, but sometimes I get in my own head too. I've got a bad habit of talking over people. I was doing it to my friend today, and I caught myself doing it. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad person. I'm just a big mouth. Like, literally, grew up in a pub, okay? Grew up around large music, big crowds of people, everybody shouting and talking over each other, loud people, because they were drunk, right? So, belonged to her mother. Oh my goodness, thankfully it survived the break-in. Yeah. Music sheets, the songs Anna played at the wake, Nick's favourite. Oh, pick up the cushions. Pick up. Anna's vinyls. Rivals the National Recording Registry in certain genres. Yeah, so that's why I've got the bad habit of shouting over people anyways. Just that's how I grew up. Right, I don't know how to fix her a drink. I don't know how to do it. Anna, where'd you keep the booze? Probably this way, because this is where it's all over the floor. Where is it? Oh, what's that closet? Is it there? Open. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she's got
Here's where
almond
she
milk,
keeps the drinks.
hazelnut milk. Nice. Chocolate drink, lime juice, whiskey. Oh, dude, go for the whiskey. She's had a break-in.
On the bright side,
That was
I don't
weird.
think it's possible.
Sorry,
to
I'm just
make
going to
her feel-
pause a second. That was really weird. I don't know if you heard that bang behind me. I mean, you wouldn't know where it's coming from, but there was like a bang behind me. And I can definitely hear my neighbours moving, so it could just be them. But it really sounded to me like the cat jumped on the bed behind me. But the cat is literally right behind me fallen asleep in my space on the bed, and I've pulled the duvet over her, and she hasn't moved. She's still under the duvet where I left her fast asleep. So it really, really sounded to me like, because she's a right lump, she's like a hippopotamus of a cat. It really sounded to me like she'd jumped onto the bed, and she hadn't. So creepy, bit creepy. Let's keep going.
Worse. You're not helping.
I really like his like battered jacket.
Yes, I am. Yes, you are. Thanks.
I think that says a little bit about him. You know, his clothes, the fact that he's got like the rip in the back of it, his jacket. It says about, you know, that he's been going through something. That right at this time, he's not bothered about appearances. That's not his priority. You know, that jacket's probably like warm and comfortable. You know, it's like he's got interesting priorities at the moment because of like obviously what he's going through. So yeah, the state of his jacket kind of reflects maybe that he's not taking great care of himself, or maybe that he's not prioritizing his looks. So yeah, little details like that in the Don't Nod games are always like really, really, really good to me. Hey, right, can we give her a drink now? Come on, get drunk. We'll put some music on. We'll tidy up. It'll be fun. We'll make it fun.
Here,
We'll make
might
it look
take the
even
edge
better
off.
than it did before.
That's sweet. I'd assumed you'd already gone to look around and, I don't know, think. This is just so fucked. Nick? My house?
Sam, you should distract her. Get her talking or thinking about anything else.
My stuff, everything is trashed. Is this like the worst coincidence?
Coincidence? No.
Or is it related to Nick's death?
Let her go on.
Did his murderer break into my house?
She needs to get it out of her system.
I can't help but being pissed at Nick for being dead. It makes no sense. It's all just a lot. I used to feel safe here, and now, sorry. Thanks, Sam.
Right, just to kind of quickly pause. The reason why I chose that then is because I think, especially, it can be hard for us to see somebody else in pain. It can be hard for us to see somebody we care about upset. And our natural urge as humans is often to be like, no, let's fix it, let's make it better. You know, I was like, let's put music on and make it fun. But actually, feeling those feelings and talking about it and expressing it is actually really, really healthy. So, you know, she's only just found out. It's not like this is like a month later and she's still like this, but it's immediate for her. It's within that day that this has happened. So of course she's going to have those emotions, and it's okay for her to process them and express them and get that out of her system, because it's like sometimes like you just need a really good cry and you get to the point where you're like, right, I can't cry anymore. Like, right, what do I need to do? Pick myself up, like get going. You know, sometimes things roll on and you have to like get help or get more support if you can't shake those feelings. But in that moment I really feel like it was cathartic to her to get that out, and now she can drink the whiskey, and now we can put the music on, and now we can tidy up.
It's all right. A lot has happened in the last few hours.
And perhaps that's part of the story, you know. The analytical side of ourselves and the side that feels are represented by Sam and him.
Sorry, I just kind of lost it for a second there.
So maybe that's what this game has to say, and what this is teaching us is that actually...
Yeah. I mean, careful, Sam. You know you can be indelicate. She needs your support right now.
I mean, it hasn't been an easy week, you know? And I've got the feeling it isn't over yet.
Yeah, so I was going to say, him, the alter ego kind of person, is quite analytical. It's not that he doesn't feel. He's actually very, very sensitive, but he definitely functions more to do with like logic and thoughts. Where Sam comes from a very emotional feeling space where he kind of is literally unable to think straight sometimes because of his anxiety, because of his mental health issues. So, but I think it's what this is saying is like, actually, sometimes they're both right. Sometimes Sam's right and sometimes the twin is right. And sometimes they're both right, you know? Ask him. It's going to be okay. I'm here for you. You and me both. I'm here for you.
Whatever happens, you're not alone. We'll face it together.
But can she believe that?
Yeah. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Maybe she's
Reminding her
scared.
she has people to lean on is a great start.
This whole thing is a mess. But honestly, it's been a mess for a while. Like, everything was fine, you know? Nick moved in, it was nice, but lately he just closed himself off. He'd been gone most nights. At the bar or the fishing shack, come home late, refusing to talk about his work. It got unbearable. It was almost like I was living with you all over again.
Bit harsh.
It doesn't feel good, but she needs to get this off her chest.
That's what I was saying.
Don't be too harsh on her.
Sorry about my squeaky chair there. So I was going to say that Nick is clearly trying to protect Anna, you know, from whatever he'd found out, from whatever he was dealing with. He didn't want to get her involved. But then again, if you're in a relationship with someone, you need to, you know, it's clearly really hard for the other person to not know what's going on. She must have thought all sorts of horrible things. So, I don't know. If when you're in a partnership, you're in it together, right? I would find it difficult to be with somebody who kept things from me. I'd rather get the blunt, honest truth. Like, so I'll be like, right, okay, how do we deal with this? But that's just the sort of person I am. On this one, though, I'm going to say I deserve that. I think Anna's been through a lot. We're going to take the punch on that one.
You're right. I shut you out, and I'm sorry.
The past is the past. None of what's happening now is your fault. I'm just lashing out. It's just having you in the house. It's bringing back a lot of things. We had a good time. So many memories here, both bad and great.
We did have a good time, yeah.
But then came Dad's accident. The mine investigation. Your proposal. I still feel horrible about how it all happened. But you understand why I said no, right?
No. I didn't listen to you. That's right. He didn't listen. She'd already said that that wasn't what she wanted, and we didn't listen.
You didn't want a ring. You told me before. I thought it was what you're supposed to do. I thought maybe it'd save us.
That's a nice thought. I feel like you're listening now. And I thank you for that. You know?
We chose wisely.
It ended so abruptly, you and I. I don't think I ever took the time to really process what happened. I wonder if it would have ended the same way with Nick.
No, Nick was
My
just going
relationship
through
with him
something.
was as doomed as my relationship with you. The way Nick closed himself off to me the last few weeks. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I can't bear to live with someone, to truly share my life, to make compromises and all that.
Again, she's just processing. She's just processing. I'm worried that if I ask him, he's probably going to give me advice, but I don't know if it's going to... I'm going to have to say what he says, or if I get to still choose between his advice or not. So I'm not going for that at the moment, just in case it forces me to go with what he says. It wasn't your fault.
It wasn't your fault that Nick closed himself off. No one makes someone distant, especially someone like Nick. He must have been on his side. He was dealing with something dark.
Clearly.
I know that's why I closed people off. I never spoke to Nick again after leaving town.
It doesn't matter anyway, now does it? He's dead, and whatever we had is done. And we're on our own if we're gonna find out who killed him. I'm not backing down from this, no matter what we find. What about you?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just going to say, of course.
I want to know who killed Nick as much as you do.
Let's get the asshole who did this behind bars. It's the only thing we can do for Nick now. I just keep bouncing back from terrified to angry.
That is very understandable.
Exactly.
Can you take a look upstairs? I still need a moment. Let me make sure I'm done crying and all that.
See, she's processed. She's doing
Take your
well.
time. I'll tell you if anything's wrong.
Thanks, Sam.
Drink your whiskey. Right. Smooth talker completed. Right, this has been a longish episode with definitely a lot of emotions to deal with. So I think I'm actually going to leave it there. Looking swaggy there, Sam. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. I love this game. I'm so happy. I actually bought it twice because I'm an idiot. Have I told you this? I was so excited to buy it that I rushed to buy it, and I was confused how I purchased it as well. I was expecting it to be on like Steam and stuff. So I bought it from the Microsoft store, but then it was like, do you want to install this on your Xbox now? And I was like, I don't want it for the Xbox, I want it for the PC. But it kind of said like, once you know, all purchases are final, there's no refunds. So I was like, right, okay, well that's maybe my daughter can play it or something. She likes these kind of games. She's into sort of psychological dark stuff. And then yeah, so I was like, oh well, I've spent that money now, I can't really afford to spend it twice, but I really wanted to buy it on the PC and play it on the channel for you guys. So I was just like, oh, you know, I want it, I'm going to buy it eventually for the PC anyway. I really want it. I was so disappointed as well because I was so excited to play it on the channel. So yeah, I just ended up buying it for the PC as well, so I've actually bought it twice. So that's how much I'm into Don't Nod games. Sorry, I nearly said the wrong thing there because I'm an idiot. Clearly, I get the wrong thing all the time. But yeah, anyway, really loved this game. Really loved previous games as well by this company, this production company. What are they called? Gaming company. God, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna shut up and go. But yeah, thank you everybody who's sticking with me on my channel and supporting me. Leave those likes and comments and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Stealth watchers are also welcome. And yeah, hopefully I'll have the next episode up really soon because I'm into it. I want to play. All right, guys, take care and I'll see you again soon. Bye.